Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the destination for the Celtics. A big man who can also stretch the floor, Nikola Vucevic, will be looming down low as they prepare to get busy in Fiserv Forum. Celtics Bucks is next, right after this. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. Let's see the stat sheet here for Jaylen Brown.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for the Bucks, we've got Thomas. Taurean Prince is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Richards in at the center position. So Clark, as the season is drawing to a close, younger players might be feeling the mental fatigue of the totality of the season right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. And that's where team leadership comes into play. Your veteran players, not only in words, but an example, can help young players properly approach this segment of the season. What they do and how they say what they say is really important for the older, more experienced guys to help the younger players navigate this stretch.
Pritchard against Porter. Now Pritchard. Brown right side. Boston needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. And it's Brown missing.
As he often does, he gets to the rim, but that's just stellar defense.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Pritchard, that one's in, his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. What a tremendous game he played against Houston.
Good luck against Giannis in the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown, from past the arc, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Antetokounmpo, lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Prince outside, pass to Porter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo passes to Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Boy, 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. You look at the Celtics. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Bucks. They're 10th best in the conference.
And you know, for Boston, they're in good position, firmly in the playoff picture. They don't have to worry about the play-in scenario at this point. And that's how they want to keep it.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Giannis right side. Kicks it out to Prince. Antetokounmpo dishes to Prince. Let's Thomas outside. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Prince against Tatum. Pass to Walsh. Teardrop shot. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 4. Thomas passes to Porter. To the paint. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
Really good in the playmaker role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Now, Giannis. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Thomas surveying the D. Back to Antetokounmpo. Can't hit from in close. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Rockets in Houston. Thomas against Pritchard. Vucevic is screen on Porter. Pass to Pritchard. Over Thomas. From the top of the key, he buries it. Pritchard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
It'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cade is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Jason Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman. Thomas covering. To the middle. To the right side. Here's Shireman. Here's Cada. Giannis with some nice D. On the wing, Porter. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And Pritchard puts up a deep 3. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics out in front, up 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Peyton Pritchard. And it's Walsh, and at the 3, the small forward. Bucks trail by 4. Porter with it. He has yet to score. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
A combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
Here's Cada. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now here's Giannis. Nice move. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. There's the pick. Pass to Hauser. Knocks down the three ball. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Porter against Pritchard. Porter passes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. And it's White in for Gonzalez. Pass to Pritchard. Back to White. Tatum setting the pick for White. Left side Tatum. Launches a three. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Pritchard. Porter passes to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Porter. And stolen by White. Here's Walt. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Pocket 2. A nice shot by Walsh.
He's found his game in this second quarter, looking very assertive now.
And Porter, here we go. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Tight defense on him. Left side, Prince. It's Giannis throwing it down.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Tatum against Prince. Now, here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. Here's White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a three-point game. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. And White slams it in.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
Porter kicks to Giannis. The kick out to Porter. It's Thomas on the wing. Antetokounmpo finds Thomas. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Pass to Pritchard. Back to White. Here's Queta, guarded by Porter. And Queta gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from three-point range. Boston leading by 7. Over in the corner, White. Pass to Walsh. Tatum against Prince. Tatum deciding where to go with it over Prince. Off target from the wing.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Antetokounmpo. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Celtics lead by 5. We'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Boston Celtics.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
And now let's turn our attention to the player of the month in each conference. In the East, LaMelo Ball.
Well, LaMelo's been incredible. I tell you, he has been an elite scorer and passer who can single-handedly dictate the pace of the game, Shaq.
And when it comes to this award, it doesn't hurt that he got that razzle-dazzle to his game.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Boston leading by 5. Kevin Porter is out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's Nick Richards. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Prince in its small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the control.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Brown kicks to White. Shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 5.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Vucevic's screen on Antetokounmpo. Tatum kicks to Brown. Takes a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Porter finds Giannis. With a tie, powers through inside Giannis.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Pass to Tatum. Wide, a screen on Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Pritchard from outside hits it from three-point range. He's got 10.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Antetokounmpo, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Brown. Over Thomas. No good off the front iron. Bucks trail by 3. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Prince, the pass to Richards. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. The third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. From deep, Thomas. Rebound, Boston.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Pass to Walsh. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
There's some defense for you.
Highlight reel stuff from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man, putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting box.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Brown outside. Back to Pritchard. And here's Tatum for 3. Connects from three-point range. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
After 1 3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
Antetokounmpo inside. Thomas dishes to Giannis. Richards passes to Giannis. From down in the low post, it goes. Giannis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks. Boston shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Pritchard with the screen on Thomas. It's Brown on the wing. Thomas covering. Pass to Walsh. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brown. Brown with the little floater.
Graceful make there by Brown, showing off his skill.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Misses from close range. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. The lead is 2. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Walsh. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Porter finds Thomas. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And that one released in time, but no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talk.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stops. If you like your shots and they start falling, you still got to get stopped. Hang on your defense.
And that's Doc Rivers doing some simple math for his team, guys, wanting them to do more than just match baskets.
Yeah, tremendous effort they're showing on the offensive end. They need some of that, though, on the defensive side of the ball. They've got to start working together on that end of the floor.
First team foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Filling the perimeter slots, it'll be White and Tatum. And it's Walsh in at the 4. And so he hits both.
He is creeping up in those all-time conversations. Giannis has won regular season and Finals MVP plus Defensive Player of the Year. Quite the resume, and he is not done for a while, folks.
Tatum against Thomas. Giannis inside. It's Porter outside, kept alive.
Good to see a player going all out in the games this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Gonzalez's shot is off. The Bucks leading. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
White against Thomas. White, good.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the tape. Played through the contact and scored.
Giannis inside. Hauser defending. Here's Antetokounmpo. Floats it up for Giannis. White looking around. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Boston making a switch here. Vucevic just checked in. Thomas kicks to Porter. Giannis sets a screen for Porter. He's looking for Giannis and finds him.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Sam Hauser. And it's Pritchard in for Gonzalez. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we get this win, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Vucevic.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Here's Brown. Now Vucevic finishes inside on the nice dish.
And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package.
Antetokounmpo. Oh, what a finish.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now here's Tatum. Inside, Tatum.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
Thomas against White. Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Tatum fires. The three is off.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Tatum. 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo gets Gets it to go. Down low.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
And that one is good.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
Now onto the Kumbo. And good. There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is on a show. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 6. And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Here's Tatum. What strength and power from Tatum.
No stranger to the big moment. What a play there from Tatum.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Porter double team. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Tatum against Giannis. Right side Tatum. Now Pritchard. Just 4 to shoot. That's off. And they go to the intentional foul.
Derek White. Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Nick.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Tatum outside for 3, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And he gets it back. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Giannis, what an impressive scoring performance for you tonight. What was the key?
No, I just want to thank my teammates because they're doing a great job finding me. And I'm just trying to, try to be selfish, trying to wait for my time to offensively.
Giving all the credit to his teammates. What a selfless guy. Thanks so much, Giannis.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.